Every month, the state of Arizona spends about $3 million of your money on a type of welfare that can be used to draw cash from an ATM or buy things at a store. It's not food assistance, it's actually cash, and it's loaded onto a debit card, much like this one.
Tonight, KLD News 13's Chris Plana dug deep through transaction reports, and in her investigation found that cash welfare recipients are spending your tax dollars on things that go above and beyond basic needs, and you won't believe how little is being done to prevent it.
I asked the Department of Economic Services for a list of transactions made under the Temporary Assistance for Needy Families program, and here's what they gave me: a stack of addresses. Now, these are locations where the cash assistance debit card was used, and some of these addresses led me to places like this, a drive-through liquor mart. Line by line, $100 here, $100 there. Money that's supposed to be spent on emergency needs, clothing, household supplies, gas, but not every cash withdrawal or purchase was on the up and up. 749 West Miracle Mile. I traced every address where cash assistance was spent. 749 TD's Show Club West. A strip club, one of the most shocking results, but there's more. The Branding Iron Bar on 12th Avenue, Liquor Dan on 6th, the Rocky Point drive-thru on Valencia. For entertainment, the Tucson Convention Center, a Harkins Theater, a roller rink, among others. How is this happening? I went to the man in charge of investigating fraud and waste in our state, Marcus Hambrick.
So we hire detectives, we hire civilian investigators, as well as certified internal auditors.
I shared the transaction data I requested from his agency, the same data he has access to.
Does your department, which is trying to oversee fraud of these types of programs, do they ever review this type of data to?
This is not a report that we review right now.
Is it because it is tedious? I mean, it sounds pretty labor intensive, at least it was for me.
No, it's that our agency administers more than 40 programs.
Is it legal to have fun with welfare cash? Hambrick says yes.
While I can understand that the public may not like the idea of a benefit being used in a particular way, TANF was enacted by the U.S. Congress to allow people to achieve self-sufficiency and to do so with a certain degree, a pretty big latitude of free will, and so they may make unfortunate decisions.
If it's something that you're doing to get extra cash on the side, or to go hang out with your friends, you don't need it, and you're taking it away from people that do need it.
I met Sean Wilburn outside a DES office in Midtown. He's applying for a second month of assistance to hold him over until he starts work in September.
I'm unemployed, and my fiance works at Walmart. And as of right now, our rent bill is stacking up.
Wilburn says he's also trying to help his disabled grandparents who are just barely getting by.
Neither of them have work. He's getting a pension check for being in the U.S. military, and he still can't get assistance.
I mean, if they paid the bills, had a little bit left over, why use it for something you enjoy yourself with.
Chris Marks is a homeless man recently released from prison. He's applying for food help, and he doesn't mind that others are misusing the system.
Well, I've never been to the strip club, but I don't mind a beer every once in a while,
We as taxpayers, as citizens, are required to make sure that job is being done appropriately.
Congressman Paul Gosar has introduced a bill to make it so cash assistance can't be used at pot shops in states where recreational marijuana is sold legally. He says he's not surprised people are blowing their benefits on the wrong thing.
Well, it tells us that there's no enforcement clause. I mean, that there's no penalties for these individuals by doing this, and that we're not really serious about our oversight.
I asked DES for records of people prosecuted for abusing cash assistance, and I was told they would look into it, but that those records might not actually exist. Look, the Inspector General says it's not illegal to spend cash benefits at places like liquor marts, but he says if you suspect welfare fraud, to give them a call on their tip line. Carissa Planell, KOLD News 13, live local late breaking.